Hi, my name's MJ and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my top absolute favorite study essentials that have helped me immensely while I study for traditional Chinese medicine over the past couple of months. So I've listed every single product in the description box down below. I'm sponsored for none of these items, but these are affiliate links, so at no extra expense to you, I will be earning a small commission if you choose to use these links, and it would help my channel out immensely. So let's get straight to it. These are in no particular order, but the first study tool that I've been loving have been my acupressure probes. And these have been super convenient for myself, but also for when I'm in clinic. So the kit that I got, they're stainless steel, so it comes with a smaller one that's a solid body, and then the bigger one, it's got a spring, like a recoil to it. These are so handy for when you want to send your patient off with some acupressure points and to show them, instead of marking up their body with pens and or markers, which isn't the most cleanest method, on the point you want them to remember, and it'll leave an indentation. So if you use these, it's very professional in the clinic setting, and I just find them to be super effective for also my own personal learning when I'm not trying to mark up my entire body to study the entire general pathways. I just find them extremely convenient. So acupressure probe pens. Number two is a tool that has totally eradicated my excuses for not being able to practice ear points. So the kit that I got comes with 2 earpieces and 1 mouthpiece. The mouth I don't really use a lot because I practice it on my own self. It's easy to access for me, so I mainly use the earpieces, and these have been amazing for keeping up with my studies on auricular acupuncture without having to do like look backs to the mirror of my own ear. And for me, 2D resources really aren't the best learning experience, and it's difficult for me to retain information when I don't even get to physically touch the anatomy of the specific part. Number 3 are my styrofoam heads. So these have been crucial for me to really visualize the channel pathways that run along the course of the head as well as the face. One of them I'll dedicate to actual needling insertions. The issue that I was personally running into was I would memorize the points, but I just totally neglected the insertion methods. Memorizing the points will do you no good if you don't know how to insert them. So this I keep for that. And then the other skull I use more so for visuals. So for this skull, I'll take a piece of chalk and I'll try to draw the channel pathways. I'm eventually likely going to just draw it permanently on it, just because chalk has been staining the skull. Nonetheless, these have been absolutely essential in helping me get familiarized with the insertion methods and also the channel pathways that run along the course of the face and the head. And last but not least has been my Barbie, and this Barbie has been extremely useful for helping me solve a problem that I've had since the beginning, and it's that a lot of the resources out there for visualizing the meridians are largely 2D, and for me, I don't take to that. I don't find these like 2D images of lines going across a flat page to be in any way helpful for me to retain these images. And so for me, being able to mark up a body and go through the actions of moving through the limb and going up the trunk, all of these really help me to retain the information. I do know there's a couple apps out there that do have a 3D modeling of being able to follow the meridians, but for me, I still don't think a simulation of that by interacting with the screen, it doesn't do much for me. I'd rather actually get a miniature figure. Just bear in mind that when you're practicing on pretty much all of these dummies, that they're not, don't become too reliant on them, because they are just for general purposes, but nonetheless still effective. Shaved her hair off so that I can access drawing on her scalp for scalp points, and then I also did take off her glam. She did come with more makeup, but I went ahead and just took some nail polish remover and removed it with a Q-tip so that I could access her bare face. The further you go into your studies, you may get out of touch with the fundamentals and the routine basics of bodily proportions, so I find her to be an extremely useful tool when it comes to remembering chun proportions. and I know that you'll likely maybe stop learning them or practicing them in school after the first year or the first maybe 3 semesters. And so it's good to have a doll around to just always practice and keep in touch with those basics. So those are all of my favorite traditional Chinese medicine study tools currently, and you can find all of the products down in the description box below. And before I sign off, I want to say that as important as studying the theory of TCM is, it's really important to not neglect the practical components of palpating and channel locations. And so whether it's these products or other products, any purchases for self-betterment and learning is ultimately an investment into yourself and your future patient's health. The more well-rounded you are in your learning, you're going to be able to provide better care for your future patients. And I will say that a lot of my study tools, my primary focus is to always eliminate my barrier to access. I can't access my ear, but I can access my limbs. So I'll practice when I can on my own limbs, but when it comes to the ear and like the back of the head, I'll refer to these tools because I just can't have access to them all the time. So eliminating that has been really helpful in helping me just have no excuses to neglect learning these areas. So I hope that helps, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the follow button. Take care.